Hey guys, good night. This is day 485 Baqarah 216 to 220. Fighting has been made obligatory open upon you believers, though you dislike it. Perhaps you dislike something which is good for you and like something which is bad for you. Allah knows and you do not. They ask you about fighting in the sacred months. Say fighting during these months is a great sin, but hindering others from the path of Allah, rejecting Him, and expelling the worshippers from the sacred mosque is a greater sin in the sight of Allah. For persecution is far worse than killing, and they will not stop fighting you until they turn you away from your faith, if they can. And whoever among you renounces their own faith and dies a disbeliever, their deeds will become void in this life and the hereafter. It is they who will be the residents of the fire. They will be there forever. Surely those who have believed, immigrated, and struggled in the way of Allah, they can hope for Allah's mercy, and Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. They ask you about intoxicants and gambling. Say there is a great evil in both, as well as some benefits for people. But evil overweights the benefit. They also ask you what they should donate. Say whatever you can spare. This is how Allah makes His revelations clear to you believers. So perhaps you may reflect upon this world and the hereafter. And they ask you concerning orphans. Say improving their condition is best. And if you partner with them, they are bonded with you in faith, and Allah knows who intends harm and who intends good. Had Allah willed, He could have made it difficult for you. Surely Allah is Almighty, All-Wise. Yeah. After discussing spending, charity, warning about jealousy and oppression, now Allah addresses some other difficult commands that people naturally dislike, and people ask the prophets. And struggling, fighting is prescribed, even though sometimes if you hate. And as it says here, there are some things that you might hate, and turns out to be it's good for you, and sometimes you may like some stuff, and turns out that it's bad for you. So Allah knows the best. So the thing is, sometimes we are commanded to do things that we don't want it to do. So in any case, we're supposed to be defending ourselves, always speaking the truth, even though in some situations silence is safer. Cut off a relationship that is destroying you. Sometimes this is also hard. And for example, in drinking toxic stuff like uh, wine and alcoholic beverages and things like that, and gambling also prohibited. But it says there are some benefits in it, but benefit is less harmful overweights the benefit. The harm, actually. So instead of getting lost in small technicalities, if something harms and it's harm overweighting the benefit, if there is any, then it's not good and it's forbidden. That's the rule we can derive from here. And of course, there we have the subject of spending, infaq in Arabic. It is not something that you give 1 to the 14th of your wealth or something like this. It's you're supposed to be spending what is you can spare. You keep enough to live, you keep enough for yourself, and you're supposed to spend for others the rest. And I would actually wonder if people living in Muslim countries and call them as Muslims would do something like this. I think on this planet, not only Muslims, needies, but also all the people who needs, because you're not supposed to be just helping Muslims. Of course, you're supposed to be spending for all the humanity. That's what Prophet's wife did. She was a very wealthy woman, Khadija radiallahu anha, and she spent all his wealth and having nothing at the end of her life. And when she died, there was maybe close to 40 or 50 mins, not millions, but with the value of sheep and camels, they estimated that she got about $16 million worth of wealth. She spent this money on people. You cannot spend $16 million in Arab desert to 40 people. They cannot spend. There is no Las Vegas, or there is no way that you can spend your money in 1 or 2 days this amount of money. Of course, that didn't happen. They, she helped people, she helped needy, and she helped everybody. And at the end, she didn't have nothing when she died. And at that point, I guess 40 or 50 mu'mins were really the true believers. Nothing much. So she spent money on everybody. Also, of course, taking care of needies and orphans are really important, and Allah says that your intentions matter. If you're helping them or exploiting them, Allah knows. So these are the things that, as you know, we're talking about human being in Baqarah. We started with believers, disbelievers, and hypocrites, and we came all the way to describing how a mu'min should be. And this is the series we are going through. Yeah. Yes. So then don't get lost in small technicalities while ignoring massive injustices.